Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today we need to talk about a moment that completely shattered everything we thought we knew. What started as a tense and uncomfortable confrontation between Thomas and Hayley quickly exploded into one of the most jaw-dropping revelations we have seen in a long time. For weeks something about Hayley felt off, the way she avoided questions, the way she carefully controlled every conversation about her past, it all hinted at a secret. But no one expected it to be this big. Thomas, who had clearly been digging behind the scenes, finally connects the dots and corners her. And then comes the line that changes everything. Your name is Val. That single sentence doesn't just accuse, it exposes. In that instant, Hayley's entire identity is thrown into question and the ripple effects begin immediately. The scene itself is crafted so perfectly that you can almost feel the tension crawling through the screen. It's not loud or chaotic at first, it's quite controlled, almost too controlled. Hayley walks into that dimly lit room thinking she still has the upper hand. You can see it in her posture, in the way she speaks, calm, measured, confident. She's done this before, right? She knows how to deflect, how to redirect, how to keep people from digging too deep, but this time something feels different. Thomas isn't playing along, not even a little bit. He's not asking questions to understand, he's asking questions because he already knows, and that changes everything. There's a shift in his energy that's impossible to ignore. He is colder, more focused, almost surgical in the way he approaches her. And you can tell Hayley senses it too. Her responses start off strong, but there is this tiny hesitation creeping in. It's subtle, but it's there. And then Thomas steps closer. That moment right there is where the entire scene pivots. Because now it's not just a conversation, it's a confrontation. He's invading her space, breaking down the invisible barrier she's been hiding behind. His voice drops, becomes sharper, more deliberate. He is done pretending, he's done waiting, he wants the truth, and he's not living without it. And then he says it. Your name is Val. It's not shouted, it's not dramatic in the way you would expect. It's calm, controlled, but somehow that makes it hit even harder. Because it's not just an accusation, it's a statement, a fact, a conclusion he's already reached, and Haley's reaction, that's where everything falls apart. For a split second, she freezes completely. The confidence, the composure, the carefully constructed persona, it all just disappears. And in its place, you see something raw, something real panic, fear, maybe even guilt. It flashes across her face so quickly. But it's enough, it's more than enough. Because silence like that, it says everything. Thomas sees it too. He can tell that brief pause is all the confirmation he needs. And that's when he starts laying it all out, piece by piece, like he's been waiting for this exact moment. Old records, photos, connections that shouldn't exist but somehow do. A past that was buried but not buried deep enough. And the deeper he goes, the more uncomfortable it gets, because now it's not just about a fake name, it's about a life, a whole identity. Everything Haley has built, every relationship, every conversation, every promise, it all starts to feel unstable, like it could collapse at any second. And then we hear about Val. Not just a name, a person, a history, a past that isn't just mysterious, it's dangerous. Thomas paints a picture of someone who didn't just disappears for no reason. Someone who had something to run from, something serious enough to abandon an entire life and become someone else. And suddenly you were not just watching a reveal, you were watching a transformation. Because Haley isn't just being exposed, she's being stripped down to the truth. And the more Thomas talks, the harder it becomes for her to fight back. You can see her trying. You can see her searching for something, anything to hold on to. But it's slipping, all of it. And then comes that moment. The slap, it's shocking. Not just because it happens, but because of what it represents. This isn't just anger. This isn't just frustration. This is betrayal in its rawest form. Thomas believed in her, trusted her, maybe even cared about her more than he ever admitted. And now, in one brutal instant, all of that trust turns into something else entirely. Pain, rage, confusion, and honestly, you feel it. You feel how messy it is, how complicated because, yes, it's wrong. But at the same time, you understand where it's coming from. That's what makes it so powerful. It's not clean, it's not simple, it's human. After that, everything shifts again. Hayley, well, starts to break, not completely, not all at once. You can see the cracks spreading, the way she breathes, the way she looks at him, the way she struggles to hold on to whatever version of herself she still believes in it. It's like watching someone stand at the edge of two worlds, one she built and one she tried to escape. And you are left wondering which one is real. The storyline doesn't just work because of the twist, it works because of the emotional weight behind it. The reveal that Haley might actually be well isn't just shocking, it's devastating. It forces you to re-evaluate everything, every interaction she's had, every relationship she's formed. It all takes on a completely different meaning now. And that's where the real impact lies. Because if she is well, then nothing about her life in Fairburn Crest is entirely honest. And yet it doesn't feel that simple, does it? It doesn't feel like she's just some villain playing a role. There's something deeper here, something more complicated. Why did she run? That question becomes the center of everything. Because people don't just erase themselves for no reason. They don't build entirely new identities unless they have to, unless something or someone is chasing them, and that opens up a whole new layer of tension. Because if her past is catching up to her now, then this is only the beginning. And then there's Thomas. His role in all of this is just as complex. Yes, he's the one exposing the truth. Yes, he's pushing for justice, but it's not purely objective. It's personal. You can feel it in every word he says, every move he makes. There's history there, pain, maybe even unresolved trauma, and that makes his actions harder to judge. Even the slap, controversial as it is, fits into that emotional storm. It's not justified, but it's understandable in the context of everything he's feeling. That doesn't excuse it, but it explains it, and that's what makes the story so compelling. It doesn't give you easy answers. The consequences of this reveal are going to be massive. Relationships will fracture, trust will be shattered, people will be forced to choose sides. And Haley, well, will have to decide whether to finally tell the truth or keep fighting to protect the life she's built. Either way, she is going to lose something, and that's what makes this so gripping. There is no easy way out. I'm not even going to lie. This episode had me completely booked. The tension, the pacing, our performances, everything just worked, and that reveal, absolutely chilling. The way Thomas delivered not line, it gave me goosebumps, and Haley's reaction, you could feel that pain, the fear, the weight of everything crashing down on her at once. But what I really love is how morally complex this storyline is. It's not just black and white. You don't know who is fully not root for. And that's exactly what makes it so addictive. Part of me feels for Haley because clearly she's running from something serious, but at the same time, you can't ignore the damage she's caused by lying to everyone around her. And Thomas, I get his anger, I really do, but that moment crossed the line, and I think that's going to come back to him, haunt him in a big way. So now the big question is what happens next? Will Haley finally admit the truth and reveal who Val really is? Or will she continue to deny everything and risk losing every single person in her life? And what about Thomas? Did he go too far? Or was this the only way to force the truth out? I need to know what you think. Is Haley a villain or a survivor? And after everything that just happened, can Thomas ever trust her again? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next breakdown season. Because if this episode proved anything, it's that things are only getting started.